So once you kind of come up with that plan, you want to look at demographics. Demographics in commercial real estate can be really important. What I've done here is this is just the center point there is the Chamber of Commerce. And I've done 1, 3, and 5 mile rings around the chamber. And we can make those rings, those adjustments any way you want. We can do drive times, further out, smaller in. And then with each one of those, inside of those rings, we can really break down who's there. So you can have an idea of who's in those spaces. So in this example here, I broke down the 5 mile ring, and it gives us data 5 miles within that Chamber of Commerce. So within 5 miles, there's a population of 154,000, grows to 156,000. The household income is about 83,000, and the median home is about 334,000. But we can get you any demographics you want and any kind of charts or patterns. It's a couple of the franchises that I work with. This type of data is very important to them before they place a store anywhere. So whatever you need, how many people are in the household, what's the median age of the household, these are all type of things you're going to want to know before you place your business. Another important item when it comes to demographics is obviously traffic counts. This is a space I have here on 27, and these red lines and red sections and orange sections give us the daily traffic counts of passing past that location. Again, there are certain franchises, certain businesses that need to have a certain number of cars passing by every day in order for them to place it. And again, these are all things you want to think about wherever you're placing your business, because traffic is really important, obviously. So let's talk about finding a space. We're all pretty familiar with LoopNet. LoopNet is a service any of us can log on to and pull up space. Like I said, I focus on office, retail, and flex space. This is just a snapshot of Metro West, 32835, the zip code. So if I pull up LoopNet, when I took this picture, it showed there was 13 spaces for lease at the time. Okay, so this is just giving you a small sample. Now I subscribe to a service which is CoStar, which works with LoopNet. It's a much more in-depth system, but that same picture, the same diagram, there's actually 63 spaces for lease. So if you're just looking at LoopNet, you're not really looking at the whole picture, because if I just looked at LoopNet, I'd only see there's 13 places for rent, where at the same time this was taken, there's actually 63 spaces for rent. So you want to make sure when you're working with somebody, they're either working with CoStar or Crexi, one of the larger services that really gives you the whole picture of what's available, because you're going to want to know what is out there for rent so you can really make the best choice, because you don't want to have to settle on something when you really didn't know that there wasn't enough space out there. So the leasing market, this is a picture of the Apopka area, and this is taken recently. This is spaces between 500 and 5,000 square feet. You'll see a really nice uptrend, because people always come to me, they go, when is the commercial leasing going to come down in price? We really haven't seen any decline at all in commercial leasing prices, at least for spaces 5,000 square feet and less. So this is just a picture of the industrial space in the Apopka area, and this is the average price is about $16 a square foot. Of course, that's an average. Every space is different because it gives you different features. Some have loading docks, some have high ceilings, but this just takes a look at the average. As far as an average for office space, again in Claremont, another area that I work in, right now the average office space in Claremont is about $26 a square feet. If you can see on the chart there, we did have a little bit of a dip in 2020, but again, it still continues to climb. This service gives us projections. I'm not a real big fan of projections because things can happen and change. So when they're projecting 3 or 4 years out, I don't know really how accurate that is. But right now we're about $26 a square foot. And then here in Dr. Phillips in retail space, we are about $38 a square foot. And we've seen another strong climb in retail space. It continues to go up, up, and up. So a lot of businesses that I deal with that are 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 square feet, there just hasn't been a lot of relief in prices in the rental market. And the vacancy is very low, so the landlords can really set the price as they want.